Here is one thing that I can say with near about certainty. Power Rangers is not getting wow. I guess I couldn't say it with near certainty. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and this is a Power Rangers breaking news special report. We have a major rumor, for now, yes, rumor, for the Power Rangers franchise coming from the near-lock sources at the Illuminerdi. If this rumor should come to pass, it will change the very way Power Rangers is produced and even what the franchise is. Illuminerdi writer Bryce West posted an article earlier today. Now, you may only be familiar with Joe Deckelmeyer when it comes to the Illuminerdi, but A, they have access to the same sources, and B, Joe produced a YouTube video with this same headline for the Illuminerdi, so he is just as attached to this story as Bryce is. But I can already hear you yelling at me through your monitors, quit stalling, what is the headline? According to the Illuminerdi sources within Hasbro, the company is not planning to continue their relationship with Japanese Super Sentai producer Toei. That would mean that Dino Fury, 2021's adaptation of Kishiryu's Sentai Ryusoulger, would be the last Power Rangers season, at least for now, to adapt Super Sentai footage. Now, this isn't exactly unprecedented. Remember that the Disney era ended with them skipping over Samurai Sentai Shinkenger, leaving that for Saban Brands to produce, and instead adding stupid cheesy Batman graphics to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But considering that Hasbro isn't likely planning an exit strategy on a franchise that they literally just purchased a couple of years ago, it's likely not the same. So, is this the end of Power Rangers on television? Of course not. At least I very highly doubt it. Like I just said, Hasbro bought the franchise just 2 years ago for $522 million. Do you really think they made that purchase to just crank out Lightning Collection toys and make movies, just sitting on the franchise's nostalgic value? I really don't think so. They know that fans, young and old, value the TV show. They want new additions to the franchise. Speaking of that upcoming Power Rangers movie, they also said that they've heard some interesting developments on that, but they're saving that for an article in a couple of days, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But this is the point where this story transitions from sourced information to speculation. The site speculated themselves, pointing out that production of Power Rangers has recently transitioned from AllSpark, known for their live-action productions, to Entertainment One, known for animated productions such as Peppa Pig. So, we could finally be in line to get that animated Power Ranger series everybody's been speculating about for a long time, come 2022. Now, I've said before, while I do feel that the Boom Power Rangers comics have convinced me that an animated Power Ranger series could be engaging, if this is the direction the franchise goes, I would be slightly disappointed. Animation is much easier to produce, and there are almost no limits. In my upcoming Blast from the Past video on Hamilton Comics' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue number 6, including the story Shop Till You Drop, Dead, about a shopping mall full of traps and monsters, I point out that it's much easier to do that kind of story in a comic book because you don't have any actual physical sets to worry about, and this is the same kind of thing. The only limit, in the words of ToQger's conductor, is your imagination. But when people ask me if I like anime, I always respond that I've never been able to get into it because I got into Power Rangers and Tokusatsu first. It's much more impressive to me because it's real, to say that it looks real. There's a much larger gate to the suspension of disbelief in animation versus live action, in my opinion. It's just more visually impressive to me to see real people transform into superheroes. Again, the Boom Power Rangers comics are amazing. I love them, and that suspension of disbelief does eventually activate just the same. It's not like I wouldn't watch and review an animated Power Rangers series. But, and here I insert my own speculation, Might Hasbro be interested in producing their own live-action Power Rangers series? This was never a possibility with the more budget-conscious Saban, especially after their own live-action series, Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, didn't exactly set the world on fire the way they were hoping for, even if a second season was planned. But this is Hasbro we're talking about. They've got more than a couple of quarters to rub together. I'd imagine that a company that doesn't have to worry about the budget, like Hasbro, might grow a little bit frustrated at having to write around someone else's story. Producing a live-action superhero show is not cheap, granted. You've got action scenes, you've got monster suits, and in the case of Power Rangers, Zord footage. If a movie is very simply defined as a 2-hour story, Toei produces about 13 Super Sentai movies every year. Again, I do realize that animation would be a far cheaper option for Hasbro to go with. It's just a personal thing where Power Rangers being live action is what makes it special. For example, you can have kids meet the actors that played the Power Rangers and feel like they actually met the Rangers. That is just not a possibility with animation, where the voice actors can be absolutely anyone, as long as their voices sound right. If I'm pressed to make a guess right now, I do see the Power Rangers franchise on television transitioning into an animated series. You have Entertainment One being so much better with animation, and it's just so much cheaper and easier to produce an animated series. I guess it's just my hopes talking that even allow for the possibility of Hasbro just taking a really big swing with the franchise and going for their own live-action product. Here is one thing I can say with near about certainty. Power Rangers is not getting canceled as a television show. Hasbro is not going to have this investment just sit on movies and nostalgic toys. New shows mean new toys. I know the Lightning Collection is successful right now, but that has an endpoint. If you're not producing a new product, a new creative line, eventually you've made all the figures, you've made all the props, and it's the end of the line. Making more of the franchise gives you more things to make toys of. So clearly, this ties in with the lack of a contract extension with Nickelodeon.
The question becomes, how? No, it doesn't. The question becomes, why?
My most basic guess is that Hasbro has known their plans for a while to move away from Toei. That changes the type of product that they're making available to Nickelodeon, so Nickelodeon has to decide if that's something they're even interested in. Does Nickelodeon want an animated Power Rangers series? Or we can take this all the way in the other direction. If Hasbro does want to take the big swing and make an original live-action Power Rangers series, might Nickelodeon be tempted into co-investing? There's been a pretty huge question of Nickelodeon's investment, or lack thereof, in the Power Rangers franchise, a show that they barely even advertise. I'd talk about where Power Rangers might go if Nickelodeon is no longer interested, but that's another video. So that's going to wrap this up. I would highly encourage you to check out the story yourself on the Illuminerdi, as well as other news videos from people who usually do videos about Power Rangers news, such as Ranger Liz and Japanime. This story is going to get a lot of talk over the coming months, and I'll make sure to give you my opinions on all of it. Make sure to like the video by hitting that thumbs up button right down below. While you're down there, make sure you comment. What are your thoughts on this? What are your hopes for the Power Rangers franchise going forward if they do end up moving away from Toei and not adapting Super Sentai anymore? Do you, like me, want there to be another live-action series produced wholly by Hasbro? Or do you think that animation would be best? Let me know about that down in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all of my videos, including these random news videos that'll pop up from my channel every so often. And make sure you ring the bell so you're notified of whenever they come out, because videos like this are often a surprise. The franchise is going to be okay, heroes. No matter what happens, there's going to be Power Rangers on TV. I can practically guarantee you that. Until next time, heroes, may the power protect you. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and we have... nope. According to my phone buzzing, remember that the Disney era ended with them... But this is the point where the story transitions from speculation Speaking of that upcoming Power Rangers movie, by the way, but this is the point where this story, God. Again, the comics are amazing. I absolutely love them, and the suspension of disbelief does eventually activate just the same. Yeah, oh God. It's not like I wouldn't watch and review an animated Power Rangers series. But, and yeah, I'm doing that take again because I stared at the TV. It's not like I wouldn't watch and review an animated Power Rangers television series. But that was never a possibility with the more budget-conscious Saban. Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog didn't exactly take off the way they wanted it to, even if a sequel series was planned. But this is Hasbro we're talking about. They've got more than a couple of quarters to rub together. God, why can't I remember anything today?